Hey everybody, today I want to talk just about a little bitty word called if. Shalom everybody and welcome to Beit Tefillah. Today I'd like to talk about a little word called if. It's a condition. It's said 1,595 times in the King James Bible alone. When you read it in context, that little word is very important. We know that if we do something, that Yahuwah will do what he says. If he says, if you do this, then I will do this. Because we know, Malachi 3:6, Yahuwah doesn't change. We also know that he's always faithful to keep his word, to perform his word. So let's read a few of these verses and see what these little promises are. Because he doesn't say, if you do, well then I just might. He says, if you do, then I will. Exodus 19:5, now therefore, if you will obey my voice indeed and keep my covenant, then you shall be a peculiar treasure unto me above all people, for all the earth is mine. Deuteronomy 11:13-15, and it shall be that if you diligently obey my commands, which I command you today, to love Yahuwah your Elohim and serve him with all your heart and all your being, then I shall give you the rain for your land in its season, the early rain and the latter rain, and you shall gather in your grain and your new wine and your oil, and I shall give grass in your fields for your livestock, and you shall eat and be satisfied. Deuteronomy 28:1-2, and it shall be, if you diligently obey the voice of Yahuwah your Elohim, to guard to do all his commands which I command you today, that Yahuwah your Elohim shall set you high above all the nations of the earth, and all these blessings shall come upon you and overtake you, if you obey the voice of Yahuwah. Deuteronomy 28:9, Yahuwah does establish you as a set-apart people to himself, as he has sworn to you, if you guard the commands of Yahuwah your Elohim and walk in his ways. So if we back that up and turn it the other way, if we guard the commands of Yahuwah our Elohim and walk in all his ways, then Yahuwah will establish us as a set-apart people to himself. Ezekiel 18:21, if the wicked turns from all of his sins which he has done, and he shall guard my Torah and do right ruling and righteousness, he shall certainly live, he shall not die. 2 Chronicles 7:14, if my people, which are called by my name, shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then I will hear from heaven and will forgive their sin and will heal their land. Deuteronomy 30:9-10, and Yahuwah your Elohim will make you plenteous in every work of your hand, in the fruit of your body, and the fruit of your cattle, and the fruit of your land for good. For Yahuwah will again rejoice over you as he rejoiced over your fathers, if you will hearken to the voice of Yahuwah your Elohim, to keep his commands and his statutes which are written in this book of the Torah, if you turn to Yahuwah your Elohim with all your heart and with all of your soul. We know that Yahuwah will always keep his word. His word is eternal, and he said, if we do, then he will. So, it's not a question for us who now know that we need to keep his word. It's a question of figuring out what we have to do. And that's sometimes not an easy thing when you're brought up and so immersed in all that tradition and dogma and doctrine and religion of men. We're trying to put our backs to that. We're trying to walk out of that. We're trying to walk out his word and figure out what we get to do. A lot of people in modern religion say, oh, we don't have to do that anymore. Well, that's the wrong way to think, because if we're going to love him and serve him and guard all his ways, if we are to, then we get to do it. It's not that we don't have to, or it's not that we have to. It's an opportunity. It's a pleasure to serve. We get to. But I'd like to thank everyone for all your comments, and if you like our videos, please support us by subscribing. So we don't ask for money, and we never will. That's not our mission. And we hope everybody has a wonderful day. And shalom from Beit Tefillah Productions.